Hello, I'm Trent, aka oTradeMark here. A lot of people have been asking me why Roblox Account Manager has not been working. If you notice, if you tried to use my previous video that showed you guys how to play on 6 accounts, if you try and start a game, you're going to get this message: teleport failed, attempt to teleport to a place that is restricted. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix that right now. First off, whenever you use Account Manager, you need to make sure that you close all instances of Roblox first. So close everything on Roblox, starting off, then launch Account Manager, then launch your account. That's step one. Just make sure that everything is closed prior to actually starting an account. And now next thing, this is kind of the weird thing. I guess a Roblox update or a game update of some sort actually broke how the instances are actually saved. So I'll show you guys how this actually works here. If I launch one account, and then we launch another account here. Hi, kitty. So let's go ahead and launch this other account, and let me show you what actually happens. So if I escape on the first account that I logged into, so this one right here, if I escape and I leave the game, you'll notice that it actually entirely logs me out of Roblox, okay? And this is the problem that's happening behind the scenes, is that basically your current session is logged out, even though it appears that it's currently logged in. So what you actually have to do is escape and leave the game, and then from within the Roblox instance itself, so from in the Roblox app, this right here, you need to log back in to the game. Okay, so that's what we'll do right here. Is we'll go ahead and log back into this account, and now these two accounts should be fine. Okay, so these two accounts should be good. I can go ahead and rejoin the game, and then we can launch our other instances. So let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to launch another instance right here. And then we'll go ahead and launch a fourth account. Then sometimes if you want, you can actually, like, what I would recommend is having at least one account which is strong. The other accounts can all just kind of be support accounts. But I'm just going to show you guys this with all my alts because my main account is so strong. I'll show you that it's very possible to just do this with a bunch of alt accounts. Or even if you're like low level, that shouldn't matter too much. So let me go ahead and join this finally with so all my alt accounts are here. And now to test to make sure this is working, the last account that you load, so this bottom right one, is the most recent login. It's going to have the active session. So what I need to check is all the others aside from this bottom right one. I'm just going to leave the instance, so leave the server, just by going to escape, leave, and I just want to make sure that I re-log into all of these. Anyone that basically doesn't save its instance needs to be re-logged in, okay? All right, so now you see all these that are logged out that need to be logged back in. So let's go ahead and quickly log into those. Okay, now from this point, so now we have all our accounts launched, and we've logged back in on every account aside from the most recent one. Every single one of these accounts should basically have an active login instance, whatever you want to call it, but it should be authenticated for this particular account. So now we can go back into the private server now that we've done this, and we can join back into the server. Here we go. And now if we go back to the raid area, and do the exact same thing that we just did. Storm hideout, let's start a raid. And let's go ahead and join it. Now this strategy, the reason why it's so beneficial is because for any limited time unit, so this is the best way of actually obtaining someone like Shisui, someone like Esteth, Denji, any limited time unit which is RNG based. So it's all luck based. If you play solo, you know, you have some, let's say you have like a 1% chance of getting it. Well, if you play with 6 accounts, you have a 6% chance of getting it because each one of those accounts has a 1% chance. And then all you need to do is once the event is over, you just trade it to your main account, and now you have that account on your main account. Okay, that's why playing on alts is so valuable. It basically gives you, you know, exponentially gains on actually getting these rare units. Makes it much easier to farm. Plus, it makes it much easier to actually beat these levels. At least if you're soloing them. If you're playing with a group, just keep playing with the group. That's fine if you can't beat them with your alts. But I will tell you, you don't actually need strong accounts to do this method. Okay, it helps to have one strong account, but as long as you have like one account with some mythics, some decent mythic on your units, the rest of your accounts can literally just be support units. Just have support units. You know, Sakura is a really good rare unit to have that's really easy to get. Any of the legendary units that slow or bleed, any of the units that you know, stun, freeze, debuff, all those units are good. So there's a lot of them in the game. I'm not going to go over like all of them, but some that stand out. You have like Blackbeard, you have Erwin, Wendy, you have you know, any like Dio, legendary Dio. You have who else am I missing? You have like some epics like Todoroki epic and mythic, both slow. You have Nezuko, who bleeds. You have like I said, Sakura, who buffs. So you just have like a lot of options that you can actually utilize. And then, you know, you can just come into the game. And for all of those accounts, like basically what I like to do is take any of my strong accounts up here to the front. And that's where my strong accounts will be placing. And then any of my weaker accounts, I just kind of play in the back or put down support units, etc. And I'll show you kind of how this works here. So if you want, you can farm up on your main account, but you probably only need to farm on the later raids like the T4s, T5s. You know, it's not actually that hard to beat T4s and T5s if you buy the Tomos, the Awakened Tomos, so that your units are stronger. Makes it much, much easier to actually win those. And so, like I said, let's actually use this this account right here, the OTM3. And I'm just going to place down like, I don't know. Who is this? Oh, Kobeni. Okay. So we're going to put a Kobeni back here in the back. And then I'm also going to use this account, I guess, just to play kind of in the back here, just to make sure that we don't leak early. But then in the front, what I'm going to do is take this account, which is kind of like my main damage account. We're going to place Metal Knight and some of the stronger units up here. And then maybe if we wanted to, we could even farm up here. But with all of these alt accounts, we can just throw like some support units down. You know, we put a Sakura down. And then with my main account, I'm literally just going to keep buffing my strongest damage dealers. And in the back here, we just keep upgrading anything that we've placed. You don't even need to farm a lot of times. When it gets harder, you will have to put like one farm unit down, usually per account. But like in the early, especially in these early Tomo or the Naruto raids, they're pretty easy to actually clear solo or with your alt accounts. And then once you buy your Awakened Tomos, you should be able to do the later T4s and T5s without much difficulty. But yeah, this is the strategy. It still works to use Account Manager. So if you still need the instructions on how to use Account Manager in full, go watch my previous video that will show you how to actually do that. And then you just need to follow these instructions. Basically, you just escape leave the game, relog back in, and you should be able to farm as much as you want. The only thing that sucks about this strategy is you don't want to close these instances, because if you close Roblox out, then you have to redo all that logging back in. So I like to just basically do this when I'm gonna, sit down for a few hours and actually grind out some raids or whatever all at once. It makes it much easier just to do this in kind of one go than coming back to it multiple times. But anyways, guys, that's how you can use Alt Manager. Currently, it's still very much so usable. It's just kind of you have to use this workaround, unfortunately. But hopefully it helps you guys out. Hopefully you can get some of the rare units like Shisui. My main account already got all the units that I needed on it, so I haven't been really grinding these raids anymore. But if you need to do this, this works perfectly for Esdeath. It works for Denji. It will work hypothetically. It's the best way of obtaining Dio over Heaven. However, I will say Dio is such a rare chance. I've literally opened over 1,000 stars on every single one of my accounts. Plus, I've opened over 10,000 on my main account. So that's it's basically I've opened nearly 20,000 frozen stars, and I've yet to get Dio over Heaven. So good luck if you're going for Dio. He's extremely, extremely rare. But all the other secret characters should be obtainable. If you just grind, a couple days using this alt account method, you should be able to get pretty much any of the other characters in the game that I was talking about. One last thing, guys, I have about 25 S-Deaths on my main account. I'm going to be giving those away once S-Death is tradable. So if you would like to win one of those S-Deaths, make sure you go to the Discord. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go to my Discord channel, discord.gg/oTradeMark. As soon as we can trade S-Death, I'll start the giveaways on a lot of those S-Deaths. Pretty much every video will be giving away an S-Death. So that's it for me, guys. Hopefully this helps you out. Malo, Alpito, thanks for watching, and peace. I'm out of here.